Yes, hello, good evening, everyone. Hello, Smith and Punky and Gina and Kathy and Kate and Shiv and Mel. Hello, Sky. Hello, Neurospicy. Hello, Leslie. Hello, Smith. Hello, Mel. Has. Lovely to see you today. How are you? Leslie, Tiger, Carolyn. Hello, everybody. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, or good night, depending on where you are on this beautiful planet. Thank you so much for joining me for yet another ad hoc live stream. Happy Monday to everyone. I hope you all had a fabulous weekend, and your Monday's going great. I don't know what time it is. Bonus Noodles, thank you for the super chat, honey. Bonus says, what is wrong with the girls? Honey, don't even get me started. Thank you for the support. I appreciate it. Happy Monday to you. I do not know what's going on with them. I mean, look. Today we're going to be reacting to a couple of pieces of content, so we'll start there. We're going to begin with Foodie Beauty's doctor's visit update. I'm really struggling. Shout out to Foodie. And then we're going to move over to Amby, where she's my last response to Beck. Yeah, right, because this is still delayed, but that's fun. And then we're actually going to catch up with Apathetic Fax's video that I tagged yesterday to watch. Just to remind everyone of what a terrible person Amby is, even outside of all the Beck stuff. But also inside of some of the Beck stuff too. So that's fun. Now, look, I put it out there into the universe that I wish we would get a health arc for Foodie. And this 15-minute vlog fills me with hope. It does. It fills me with hope. Makes me think we might actually get some serious health discussions. And I'm always here for that. And then Amby's content is old, which is really... Okay, can I just say... It is a wild approach to have, like, an ex-partner who featured on your YouTube channel 5 years ago come online and, like, give answers to some of the verse's biggest questions and to still delay your upload content in response by 10 days. That is crazy. That's bonkers behavior. Sky. That is some bonkers behavior. Like, you already rescheduled one of Slommy's videos. Why don't you reschedule this one so it's a little bit more ahead? Choices. Maybe she's holding out for just thousands of babies to become members and watch her live streams. Weird that thousands of people don't support her in that way like she says they do. Huh, that is weird. Anyway, hi, my name's Zach. Lovely to meet you if you're new, and thank you very much for returning. If you are coming back, I'm not a mental or physical healthcare professional, just a guy lost weight. Talks about things on the internet, which is way too much of too many people. I'm also not here to bully, shame, hate, harass, or humiliate, just here to talk about the produced and monetized contents that we see here on this platform, because it's all about what choices, choices about what we say, choices about what we put on the internet. Choices. Alright, let's start off with Foodie from the very beginning. I swear, she's got a cameo ad in this health update. I'm going to flip a table. Deborah, hello.
Hello, Foodie Beauty.
Hello.
Hi.
Alright, table's flipped.
We interrupt this program for a special announcement.
You haven't even got to the program, miss. Did you put it at the end of this one too? I'm gonna get so mad. Take a sip of water. Calm down.
Get a cameo from me today and don't delay. I can sing happy birthday or tell me what you want. I'm like Burger King.
You can have it your way.
You can have it your way.
Cameo. I'm gonna know this by the end of... I'm gonna know this back to front soon.
Those make great gifts and you can keep them forever and ever. Bye.
Hate it.
Hey guys, I hope you're doing well. So this is a video just providing...
Oh, Roger? Hello. Everyone say hi, Roger. Lovely to see you. Thanks for enjoying the content. It's lovely to see you live today.
You an update.
I love when people get to say hi, like, during a live stream for the first time. It's great. Thanks for watching. Sorry. Okay. All right. Focus. It's going to be hard. Focus.
Great gifts, and you can keep them forever and ever. Bye.
Hey guys, I hope you're doing well. So
I'm doing great. I had such a busy day today. But great. I got gym done in the morning, and, like, my triceps, I worked my triceps out on Sunday, and they are quite sore today. And I did shoulders today, and I know they're going to be sore tomorrow. But it's good. I lifted heavy things. That makes me feel fun.
This is a video just providing you an update.
I'd ask how you were, but you've been out of the house for the first time in a week to go and see a doctor, so I'm assuming not well, dear.
Hey guys, I hope you're doing well. So this is a video just providing you an update of...
Why are we sitting sideways in the car? Anyone else noticing that? Is that comfortable? Is it the sciatica again? Legitimately, she looks like she's sitting sideways up here. Do you see that? No? Just me? Okay. Also, why is there a subscribe button on the screen? Get it off. Shoot.
Glasses off. fogging.
Shoot, I will not subscribe.
Providing you an update of
Lottie, hello, happy Monday.
my glasses off, they're fogging.
Hope you're well.
I don't need them anyway since I'm not driving, but I like to look around and it's kind of blurry otherwise, but
Did you all clock that? Listen to this again. I'm sorry, I'm gonna nitpick like every sentence in this.
providing you an update of take my glasses off, they're fogging.
Uh-huh.
I don't need them anyway since I'm not driving, but I like to look around and it's kind of blurry otherwise, but
It wouldn't take much for me to go back in time and watch all of those live streams where Chantal has been driving without glasses on. Good to know she can see clearly, all those curbs. And are they balustrades? Is that what they're called? The posts in the drive-thru at McDonald's? Balustrades? Is that like a medieval term? No, that's trebuchet. That's a different word.
Salah is getting my medications.
What do you mean the subscribe button doesn't go away? It's annoying. Also, girl, did you... Okay, we're going to get into this, but I would just like to draw attention to the weeping eyes. The weeping eyes of Chantal. It's like a weeping angel, but less camp and a lot dirtier. Huh. Oh, bollards. Not what's a balustrade? What's that? Oh, wait, that's the thing... That's the thing where you go to, like, the top of the stairs and you're like, this is my gown. Is that the balustrade? Or is that the one you slide down? Like the handrail. It's the fancy word for handrail, isn't it? Hey, trauma time.
Up at the pharmacy, and I thought I would take this opportunity to just, give you an update about seeing the doctor today. And, yeah, so, where do I even begin?
At the very beginning, Julie Andrews, this thing.
I have a little bit left of my sugar.
Oh, that's banister? Wait, what's a balustrade then? You throw people off balustrades. Is that how you spell that? Hold on. Balustrade is simply a row of repeating balusters. Bet you didn't know that word existed. What's a baluster? Balusters are small posts that support the upper rail of a railing. Balustrading is used in applications like staircases. Clock the T, Christine. However, it can also be used to define porches, entryways, verandas, decks, and balconies. What do you know about decks and balconies? Well, there you go. Okay, so it's the tiny like fencing bits between the top railing and the bottom railing, or the deck. Learn something new every day, folks.
Free flat white. Left.
We don't actually call them, just in case you come to Australia and you get confused and you ask for a flat white, you don't need to say it's sugar-free. You just order a flat white, and then you can add sugar to it after you get it. Don't ask the person, like, behind the counter to do that. They're just going to side-eye you.
Begin. I have a little bit left of my sugar-free flat white.
Sugar-free, y'all!
Left. It's kind of cold. I got it before my appointment, but whatever.
Could you get with the story? Okay, I'm now convinced that this subscribe button's hiding something. It's hiding something in the background. The name of, like, the pharmacy or whatever she's at, or the doctors. There is like an identifiable feature behind this subscribe button, and I will not subscribe.
About 7 months or so since I've seen a doctor regarding my diabetes, had my A1C checked, and they usually recommend every 3 months. So basically I had my weight checked and I'm...
Hold on. I thought the last time she'd been to a doctor, at least in Kuwait, was January last year. That's where she got told this many cups of rice. What?
It's kind of cold. I got it before my appointment, but whatever. So it's been about 7 months or so since I've seen a doctor.
Where was she 7 months ago? 5 months before December would be July. Where were you in July last year? Was that Thailand? Why do I feel like that was Thailand? July last year would have been like summer, right? For them. She's not good with time. She's not good with time or lying or stories or math or anything really.
Regarding my...
I mean, we can just go back in time. Hold on, let me pull it up. Where was Foodie Beauty 7 months ago? Because I swear it wasn't Kuwait, and I don't think it was Canada. I think it actually was Thailand. Entertain yourselves, chat. Just one moment. Sorry. No, videos. By latest. Okay, this is going to take a bit of scrolling. Sorry, there's a lot of mukbangs to go through. 4 months ago, 4 months, 5 months, 6 months. 7 months ago, I was in a Kuwait hospital for diabetes complications. Right. Do you guys want to watch that one after this? Oh, this is where she got told she needed to go to the obesity clinic. Right. Okay. No, I'm on board now. We might have to go back and watch those for a good time.
Diabetes, had my A1C checked, and they usually recommend everything.
When was Thailand? How long ago was Thailand? Date night. God, there are so many mukbangs. 8 months ago was when she fell up the stairs. Canada. Okay, Canada was 9 months ago. I love this Canada vlog thumbnail that says, I'm never coming back here. Funny. Okay, so 9 months ago was Canada. 7 months ago was the diabetes doctor's visit, which we never really went to. Thailand. Sorry, don't mind the breaking of my voice. Thailand was 5 months ago. Solo 10-hour travel to Thailand as a fat woman. Work. All right, good to have the history in line there.
3 months. So basically I had my weight checked and I'm right back up to, actually it's really weird because I'm 166 kg.
Lies, I don't believe it until I see the scale, girly plop. I don't trust you.
That seems like the curse number for me.
It seems like the easy to lie number for you.
I'm just gonna flat out admit.
I should probably open this entire reaction with a question. Do y'all actually think she went to the doctor, or is something else going on? What do you think? We need a spreadsheet. We'll ask Poopy.
Hands down, I have just been really struggling. And
no, she didn't go.
with making any kind of dietary lifestyle changes that are...
Again, I'm literally on your videos now. Let's see when the last health talk was. What do we got? In reverse order. Pizza, cookies, Santa Fe chicken, butter paneer, 4 a.m. Alfredo. That was probably all in like 2 days. Burger King, mukbang, Mashawi, pepperoni pizza, KFC, Jordanian mansurf, Burger King. Grocery haul and dinner mukbang, meatballs and Indomie, cheesy chicken poutine, oh, gag. Breakfast mukbang, and I'm done with this. This has to stay off the internet. Okay, whatever the hell that was. It looks like 2 onions and a banana, but I think they're eggs. Right, I'm just trying to clock where the last health mention was. Roasted fried chicken, day in the life vlog, day 1. Oh, we never got a day 2. It always happens, chat. It is funny. Moussaka, KFC, barbecue chicken wings, Burger King. There's a lot of Burger King. There's a lot of Burger King and KFC. You don't really notice it when you're only doing the, like, watching the mukbangs, like, in between the live streams. You think time passes a lot quicker, but it really doesn't. Pasta dinner, fish and rice, more chicken drumsticks. Full day of eating, trying to lose 200 lbs and stop eating fast food. Yeah. No fast food for 1 year, KFC mukbang. I love the fact that in less than 2 months, it was probably about 6 weeks, we've had 2 KFC funerals. That's crazy. Let me check this out. We had a KFC funeral on January 9th. And then we had another KFC funeral. Wait, where'd it go? There it is, 10 days ago. So on the 7th. Work, Diva? That's less than a month. Oh, Lord, that's fun. That's silly. That is silly. This is how you get here. This is how you get here. You're going to have a monthly funeral for your favorite food. Girl, that's just called eating. What do you do? And she had like 2 KFC meals in between those. Oh, Lord.
And with making any kind of dietary lifestyle changes that are healthy for me. Yeah, so I got weighed, I had my A1C checked, and it's 10. It's back at 10. I think it was 10, you know, I think last year, maybe a year and a half ago, and then it went back down to 9. Now it's back at 10.
10 seems quite high. Chat, I'm sure there are more educated, much smarter, handsome people in the chat who are able to help me out here. But I don't understand how we had an A1C of, I think, forgive me if I'm incorrect, and a historian might be able to correct me. Her A1C was like 12 or something. It was like low teens, I think, back in Canada. She's managed to hover around 10 now, multiple times. Anything over 6 is bad. That's what I thought. I don't understand how she's on the highest dose of metformin and insulin and has still got an A1C of 10. Can someone who's like a bio fan a biologist, there we go. Can someone explain that one to me? Tina, thank you for being here for a month. Tina says something is definitely wrong post-Canada trip. I think so. I think something's been wrong for a long time. I mean, it is Chantal. Like, that's a very... You have to be more specific, but, you know. You think hers is higher, Voodoo? I definitely think hers is higher, considering, again, that list of mukbangs that I just ran through. Susie, thank you for the super chat, honey. Susie says, Poppy, can you do one of your super zooms? I think her butter tooth is broken off. Oh, really? Thank you for the note. Thank you for the super chat. And absolutely, I can do a super zoom. Let me get a good frame. We'll get in there. Lottie has a note saying, Poppy, well, you see, she's not below 6, but she's also not in the 20s anymore. So clearly this is mid-range. Wild. Wild. Okay, right. Well, I guess we're here now.
I did ask him about my face because a lot of people were commenting, like, you know, ask him about your face.
Okay, so if I believe the fact that you did actually go and speak to the doctor, I'm assuming this is exactly how you asked about your face. Hello, doctor. What's up with my face? Because I don't think you sat there across from a doctor and said, hey, I noticed that, like, my eyes are really, really swelling. They're really leaky, like both of them are. I get, like, they're really, maybe not bulbous, what do we say? Bloated. I have, like, a bloated eye. They get really red. They get really itchy. Like, I do have allergies, but I'm getting them in spaces where, like, there aren't cats. And suddenly I just start crying for no reason. And no, I'm not emotional. It's just what's going wrong with my eyes. Because I think that conversation opens a lot more doorways to what's wrong with my face. Because I don't think that's going to really help. But okay.
Like your eyes, I don't know, people say my eyes are bulging out of my head.
One side of your face looks significantly larger than the other. And that might be just a trick of the filters, trick of the light, a trick of the, you know, the garment. It could be literally anything. But the fact that you are weepy-eyed consistently would cause questions. Because even if it's something as easy as, like, an infected tear duct or, like, your sinuses have gotten worse. I don't know what goes on up in there. It's something. Ear, nose, and throat, gal. You would probably have more questions than just, what are you talking about? That's just the way you look. But okay. Mr. Username was taken. Hello, thank you for the super chat, honey. Mr. Username says, if that ER visit didn't scare her, this one is no biggie for her. No, not at all. She's trying to manipulate old mate. Oh, you think so? Babe, my A1C is dangling. Maybe. I mean, she keeps saying that he's proving how much he loves her by not having snacks in the house, but that doesn't seem to be the case. Also, Chantal seems to be the one who wants the snacks.
Because a lot of people were commenting, like, you know, ask him about your face, like your eyes.
I would have.
I don't know, people say my eyes are bulging out of my head. My face is droopy. My face is puffy. And
some days your face does look a bit droopy.
And the doctor literally just looked at me like I was mental and just completely dismissed what I said. Like, he didn't even really, like, acknowledge it.
Again, that's exactly how I think that Chantal asked the question. She said, is there something wrong with my face? And the doctor was like, Is this just not how you normally look? I don't know. Go, I don't know you. There probably should have been some follow-up questions, I guess, with all of that. But again, it's not as if Chantal isn't sitting here having been, like, told by her audience for months that, like, the look is different. The look is different.
And Salah kind of gave me a dirty look, like, why are you even asking these stupid things?
Oh, Poopy sounds done with her then.
So yeah, so y'all can stop.
Well, maybe the doctor was like, you know what, the way your face is looking, less important than the 10 A1C right now. Because it's been 10 for a while. Like, those blood sugars are just ripping through the system. Ugh. I wonder if she can feel her, like, I wonder if she's losing feeling in places. Because the weepy eye stuff, like, potentially does have a connection to the diabetes. Like, obviously, the destruction of the nervous system. Like, that's frightening as hell. And you probably would want to actually get a second opinion or a follow-up on that one. Maybe the GP is like, I'm so sorry, I'm not a diabetes specialist. Like, you'll have to go in and get tests or go and speak to, like, what are they called? A specialist or something. I don't know.
About I'm having a stroke, whatever you think.
Was it 15, Aliyah? I knew it was high.
You know, that I'm dying. I mean, you know, like, I'm not healthy, but...
I'm also going to assume that you didn't go back to the same doctor. I'm going to assume part of the reason why this subscribe button is up here, and the fact that the doctor wasn't at least a little, like, curious about the leaky eyes is in fact because you're seeing a new doctor. I don't think you're seeing the same doctor you saw 7 months ago. I think that you're doing exactly the same thing you did in Canada, where maybe you're not going to urgent care or the ER, but you're seeing someone new who doesn't necessarily have your health history right in front of them. Yeah. Because she was really, like, vague with her previous A1C, which you think the doctor would have mentioned. Like, the doctor may have sat there and said, oh, okay, great, so your A1C is currently a 10. Last time you visited it was a 9. She seemed kind of flaky on the response, so this makes me think that this is certainly not the same doctor.
You know, I think people are...
Is she dying? Well, that's a big question.
They're just really dramatic. You know, really dramatic, like, over the top.
I don't think it's dramatic to look at someone and say, that's weird. I've been I've been watching this face pretty much every day for the last 4 years, and I've never noticed the fact that you just, like, weepy cry out of your eyes for no reason. Chantal's not really a crier, like, but she is leaking. And if that were to happen to me, if I all of a sudden woke up one day and suddenly, like, there was pressure on my eyes and they were, like, leaking and glassy, and I also had something that kind of, like, affects your entire system, such as diabetes, I would probably go to a doctor and be like, hi, I have leaky eyes and I don't feel good. Help me.
Okay, I know my health conditions are serious. I'm not here to downplay them. I'm not here to, you know, make belief that they're not.
Not make belief.
Them. I'm not here.
She thought plastic cups were a cat. Well, yeah, and she's talking about how blurry her vision is getting, and I don't actually think that that's necessarily just because she hasn't got glasses on. If that were the case, she'd have blurry vision since way back in Canada days. I think that her vision's probably getting worse, and I don't necessarily think that's got to do with the prescription. I think that might actually have to do with the diabetes destroying her eyes. But I am not a professional, so whatever. You don't need to listen to me. Girl, it's your body. I don't give a shit. But, like, maybe you should stop driving without your glasses. And now everyone can clock that T, by the way. And maybe you should, like, ask for a second opinion or go and speak to a diabetes educator and maybe get a referral. You know, get pointed into the direction. Because are you going to bring up the obesity clinic as well? Or is this where you ended up going? Or again, is this just a random doctor? I think it's someone new.
Okay, I know my health conditions are serious. I'm not...
Also, maybe like an optometrist. I don't know, someone who deals with eyes. Not to say that the GP can't give you, like, a little bit of direction, but, like...
Yeah, really dramatic, like, over the top. Okay, I know my health conditions are serious. I'm not here to downplay them. I'm not here to, you know, make belief that they're not.
Belief.
So, like, yeah, this I feel like I'm all over the place. This appointment was more for my diabetes checkup, but also to talk to a doctor about
It's not my doctor, it's a doctor. It's definitely not the last one. It's not the one from 7 months ago.
trying something new to help me lose weight. So here's the part where you're going to be probably a bit disappointed, but I cannot really,
My disappointment is immeasurable and my day has been ruined. Sorry.
So here's the part where you're going to be probably a bit disappointed, but
I mean, my expectations are high watching Foodie. I'm sorry, I'll stop.
cannot really, I don't want to talk about it right now or, reveal what it is. I don't want to do that basically until I've done it consistently for a good week, okay?
All right, so what do we think this is? I think, one, she hasn't picked a lie yet, and she'll just keep eating KFC because it's Foodie. But that's me being glass half full. Instead, to be glass half empty, rather. Well, same way, either or. To be glass half full, I would say maybe it's keto, maybe it's carnivore, maybe it's whole foods only. Those would realistically be the only three things that I think Chantal wouldn't want to talk about. The reason why I think maybe not keto is because the doctor might have said, girl, stop with the cheese. So it might not be keto. I will be interested to hear what it is, though, because Chantal has had so many thoughts and opinions on diets throughout the years, so I'd love to see what she's been told to do. But it might also just be this many vegetables, this many rices, this many lean proteins. But I think we're probably in a worse spot now than where we were back then.
Okay. And after that week, I will
She's found entity.
everything, in detail, okay?
Mark your calendars, everyone. A week's time from now, we're going to find out what it was. Wow, also, this is a charming little pause. We haven't even got, a mukbang in front of us. This was just mid-talk. Good job. Well done, team.
But I wanted to...
You guys think she went to the Unicity clinic?
get some help with that in particular because, I definitely need it. And Kuwait has a lot of obesity specialist doctors. They have...
From Planet Earth-based tea plants, I hear.
I definitely need it. And Kuwait has a lot of obesity specialist doctors. They have a lot of diet clinics and stuff like that.
Again, just another tally in that I don't think this is the same doctor as last time, because the doctor last time told you there's an obesity clinic that I'm going to refer you to. That's literally just down the hall. Won't you go and knock on their door? Huh.
And there's a lot of different lifestyle change programs, dietary wise for people.
Oh, Weight Watchers, Jenny Craig, which one's it going to be?
With diabetes, with obesity, because Kuwait has an obesity problem.
Right.
And I think it's the Santa Fe sauce. Anyway.
Tea. Girl.
But I start a lot of things. And I don't finish it.
I don't think it's going to be bariatric surgery. I think that Chantal's not... I'm not a doctor. I'm a no one. I don't know if Chantal's body is ready for that. Do you know what I mean? There's preparation. There's, nuh-uh. I do not think Chantal's going in for bariatric or anything of the kind. I do not think.
I quit them so fast on my channel
because I think that you might as a I don't know if you're a healthcare professional, but I think you might take one look at Foodie and be like, what does the recovery process look like for this person? Not good, actually, really bad. Let's not.
Just don't want to disappoint people by getting them in my corner by starting something, and I also don't want to have all of the noise from all of the outside sources of you guys, because
Stop watching us.
No matter how much I try to tune out people's opinions and everything, I feel like you guys are on board with me with this a lot of the time with my...
Girl, bring it on. I think a health arc is wildly entertaining. The concept of one. Never actually seen one through because that's your fault. But, you know, the concept, wild. Love it. I learned so much. I love learning. I love learning about the mysteries of the human body. And I have learned so much with Chantal, including, like, what blowing out the ass truly sounds like.
You know, my life. You've been watching me for a long time, and I just really, really feel like...
Caroline, yeah, it's our fault she can't stick to a diet. That's what I'm hearing.
You know, my life. You've been watching me for a long time, and I just really, really feel like I can't have that noise right now. So it's better that I keep it, like, you know, out of the public eye for now.
Okay, so I'm assuming you're going to take, like, a 7-day social media break, and then you're going to come back next weekend and tell us all about how successful you've been on the new program named...
I will share kind of, like, how I'm feeling, symptoms of...
Oh, Annie has a note. Annie said her eye makeup is all smeared and cried off. I think she did see a doctor and got bad news or a harsh telling, and she is... Oh, she doesn't want to tell the audience, so she's making up a story. Ah, you think that's what it is? Actually, now that you mention it, it is hard to tell with Chantal, because sometimes it honestly just looks like she slept in it. Like, that might just be eyeliner from 2 days ago. But I don't know. Maybe you're right. Actually, with the leaky eyes, you never know. You know, she might have sneezed wrong and just, like, a liter just gushed out. I don't know. Maybe you're right, though. I mean, she does look a little... I mean, Chantal always looks a little Chantal, but she does look a little... sad? Is sad the right word? Delusional. Yeah, maybe. I mean, like, I hate to say she should be scared, but, like, legitimately, she's got one body and she's not being very kind to it.
Out of the public eye for now. I will share kind of, like, how I'm feeling, symptoms of because I even sounds weird for me to say, but I'm going to go through a ton of fast food withdrawals.
Symptoms?
I'm going to go through a lot of withdrawals in general. From not having the food that I love. And
is that just a cover for, like, a new medication? Sorry, I've got my tinfoil beret on now. Like, Chantal has never entered the conversation to say, you guys, I'm going to be suffering with fast food withdrawals and it's going to be so hard and this, that, and the other. Anytime we've had a fast food funeral, she's never mentioned that before. Oh, you guys think Ozempic? Maybe. Maybe. Well, I mean, Ozempic is in the conversation with diabetes, right? So it would make sense. Maybe.
It's going to be really hard. It's going to be mental, spiritual, physical detox from...
Trying to catch something here. Oh, that's classic. Colbrew, thank you for being here for 23 months, honey. Colbrew says, spoiler, this video filmed outside the Hardee's. Stop.
Feeling, symptoms.
Do you hear that sound in the background? That's the crinkle of a paper bag.
Because I even sounds weird for me to say, but I'm going to go through a ton of fast food withdrawals. I'm going to go through a lot of withdrawals.
Oh, true. And I wonder if they could buy it, like, off of, like, privately. Do you know what I mean? Like, I wonder if Kuwait's got, like, a med spa situation type of deal.
In general.
With, like, semaglutide instead of Ozempic. I wonder if that's a thing. I don't know.
From
good point.
Not having the food that I love. And it's going to be...
Oh, meal delivery service, you think, Lottie? That will be fun. We've seen that before, and that goes down well.
Really hard. It's going to be mental, spiritual, physical detox from changing the way I used to eat to this new, dietary plan.
Okay, dietary plan. So maybe not the Zempi. Maybe it is. Maybe, Lottie, you're right. Maybe it is going to be a meal delivery service. We've tried that a couple of times before, remember? She got those, like, orange boxes where she was like, oh, it's diabetes friendly. And then she opened it and immediately looked at it with disgust. Basically spat on it. What the fuck is this? Kathy, thank you for the super sticker, honey. I appreciate it. I hope you're having a great day.
And I just wanted to come at the same time as, you know, getting a checkup on my diabetes, kind of have a fresh start idea of where I'm going, and so I can keep
That's fair, Annie. That makes sense.
track of numbers when I'm doing this new lifestyle change. And I want to have work at the same time as, you know, getting a checkup on my diabetes, kind of have a fresh start idea of where I'm going, and so I can keep track of numbers when I'm doing this new lifestyle change. And
she is just speaking words. I'm trying to form this into a sentence that I understand. I'm so sorry.
Virtual physical detox from changing the way I
coming at you with the old curse.
used to eat to this new, you know, dietary plan.
Yeah.
And I just wanted to come at the same time as, you know, getting a checkup on my diabetes, kind of have a fresh start idea of where I'm going, and so I can
a fresh start idea of where I'm going.
Keep track of numbers when I'm doing this new lifestyle change.
So I can keep track of numbers when I'm doing this lifestyle change. Girl, just say you want to make your health content. We get it.
And I want to make sure that, you know, the doctor's on board with that and okay. And I got, you know, the go ahead, everything is okay, but I'll explain more of that.
What do you mean everything is okay? What, you told this doctor who you'd met for the first time today, hi, do you mind if I YouTube this? What is going on?
At what this lifestyle change is, what this whole new thing is, okay, in 1 week. So mark it down. I don't know. I will definitely keep track.
All right. Well, I can't wait for next Sunday. Sunday.
Cold. Oh, well, I forgot to bring it in there with me, but
so loud. Calm down.
Yeah, Salal usually takes a long time in the pharmacy. It's usually pretty busy, or I don't know. But, yeah, I'm right out of supplies. I don't need needles, but they always give me a box of needles. I have like 2 boxes already that I haven't finished.
How weird that she's out of supply on the same day she goes to the doctor. It's almost like she probably wasn't taking her medication for the last couple of months. Spoilers.
But, all my meds, like insulin and stuff like that, so. Anyway, I think that's about it. It's just gonna be
it's a potato fast again.
Short little update video. One other thing I want to say is that, and this is major for my channel, okay?
This is major, you guys. I hope you're sitting down.
It's friggin' hot in here. Whew. One thing that's major.
I think this may be like overcomplicating the thought process, but Chantal doesn't get cold. Chantal doesn't get cold. And it's currently winter over there, and Chantal doesn't get cold. Or rather, well, no. How am I trying to say this? I think in this very moment, Chantal is suffering with like panic and fear. And it might be about like the no takeaways, but it might also actually be that she got really bad news. Or not great news, or a stern like, hey, you need to take this seriously or you're going to be like done. I think that's why she's running hot. Or cold. Or whichever one it is. I've confused myself. Annie, thank you for being here for 48 months, my friend. Happy anniversary. And he says, has to wait a week and check with the doctor. Sponsorship. Maybe. I mean, I don't think so. Probably not over there. I'd be more inclined if she was, like, in the States and she was pulling her glitter and lasers. No, I don't really know. I don't know what the week... Maybe she has, like, fully started to... No, actually. Part of it is probably because she's got a whole heap of fucking enablers in her chat. And if she goes, so, you guys, this is what I'm doing, it won't be Reaction Channel's opinions that'll get to her. It'll be the fucking anime sucks and people in her chat who are like, oh, no, Foodie, just get a 6-piece. It'll be fine. All of the ass pattery. That's what I think she might actually be trying to avoid. But I don't know whether or not that's the way it's going to be, because I think she's going to do a live stream in like 2 days' time and people are going to be like, when's the next mukbang? When are we getting KFC? Kerry, thank you for being here for 40 months, honey. Kerry says, Ramadan starts next week. Maybe she's just fasting. I don't think she is, because she's come online to say that she won't be fasting because it's not good to do with her diabetes where they are. So I definitely do not think she'll be fasting. I don't even think she's going to attempt that live this year, because she's already like, we're already talking about the diabetes, so I don't think that's going to happen. But we shall see. I mean, all we have to do is wait.
And I'm not going to be eating on camera. Mukbangs are they're so easy, and they're just such easy content, you know? You get to eat good food, you get to conversate, you get to talk about whatever.
Converse, just say converse, honey. Also, shout out to Jujubee Season 2. Just say converse. I'll just say talk. It's just say talk is the line. Don't mind me. You're not having a conversation with anyone when you mukbang. You're talking to a camera. What? And you don't necessarily need to eat good food on a mukbang. Mukbang food can be just regular old food. It doesn't have to be takeout.
Songs are just, they're so easy. And they're just such easy content, you know? You get to eat good food, you get to conversate, you get to talk about whatever. And
Just say talk.
it's not gonna mix with my new thing I'm trying here. First of all, the things I'm gonna be consuming are not gonna be mukbang worthy, and it's gonna kind of give away what I'm doing. And
It's so weird that you say mukbang worthy, as if any meal isn't mukbang worthy. You have some weird, messed up, like, perspective on what is and is not a mukbang. Crazy.
I don't want to just... No, I don't. I have to realize that I can't do both. You know, like, I can't do both.
Yeah, to be fair, her mukbangs have always been, like, they're not exactly impressive. It's just Chantal sitting down to a succulent KFC meal. But that doesn't mean that you can't just eat food that you cook yourself and mukbang it.
Especially right now at first. I can't focus.
I think it's packaged foods. Now that I've heard that, I think it might actually be a meal plan. Yeah.
My channel on food when I'm trying to change my lifestyle. So I know, you know, I'm going to lose some audience because a lot of people don't like the more serious content about my life.
I love the serious content. Gives me a laugh. You can throw a mukbang in there every now and then if you want, but I like variety.
You know, a lot of people just like to come and chill, watch me eat food they can't eat. And now I'm one of those people that can't eat that food that I would eat in my mukbang. So,
girl, you've been the type of person who probably shouldn't be eating the food you've been eating in mukbangs for a hot minute. This didn't just happen.
I have to really, you know, I have to do it, guys. Like it's
Shiv, thank you for the super chat. Conversate is not a word.
You know, like, it is gross for people to, like, talk about my death and stuff, but it is a reality in a way. Like, I'm not going to live.
I often say that I'm morbidly curious, and it's not as if I'm wishing death upon anyone, but girl, you are, like, on the fast track. You do not realize how seriously your organs are trying to yeet themselves from your body. And this is not a new topic of conversation. This has been happening for 5 years. Like, it's not as if no one's told you.
Long life like this. And, you know, I think of my husband. He's so young and he's a lot healthier than me. He should have a healthy wife. And he's really, really, really just, like, at his wit's end. Like, he's just so concerned about my health. Like,
Concerned? Or upsetty spaghetti? I hear upsetty spaghetti.
Just, he can't. Like, he's just so worried about me. And I was thinking of all the pros. Like, I wrote them down and I'm just going to keep looking at them every single time. Like, I want to get rid of that CPAP. It's starting to make noises. Like, I don't want to fork out, like, more money. I don't want him to fork out more money on another CPAP.
Okay, girl, but you should probably go and at least get it looked at if it's making noises, because that might be affecting your oxygen intake, which also might be, like, not great for you. Chantal, I hate to break your heart here, and even if you get off the CPAP at XYZ weight, or however that works, that's not going to happen for a long, long, long time, right? Like, you're not going to just blink your eyes and lose 100 pounds. That's a year's worth of work, I think, for Chantal. Probably more considering her emotional and messy relationship with food. But given actual effort and maybe, like, calorie restrictions, it, like, at least a year. That's not happening overnight. But okie dokie. Voodoo, thank you for the super chat, honey. Voodoo says, I think her declining viewership shows she doesn't know what her viewers want. Well, I mean, it must be confusing for Chantal because she's got all these haters out here who are critical of her content, and then she's got 6 members in her chat telling her, good job, cutie. You're doing great. We love you. Eat more pie.
Like, no, you know, I don't want to be wearing that anymore. I don't want to need that. There's a chance, you know, the doctor actually told me this. that there's a chance that
But you said he can turn it around, Brandon.
people have sleep apnea, like a lot of thin people too, but sometimes it's not reversible, but sometimes it is. If it was caused by obesity, but sometimes it's still not, it just depends.
Do you not... I thought when you go to a sleep study, they kind of tell you what's the reason for the need for or what's causing the apnea. No? Okay.
I'm hoping and praying. You know, I'll get another sleep study done here at some point. Like,
Right.
but that's so far down the line.
They do tell you the reason? Okay, great.
It's
It's caused by ASMR. Stop.
for a while now. But there's so many things. There's just so many pros. And the only con to all of this is just that I have to suffer for a short time. I just have to...
You say suffer, we would say, like, adjust your lifestyle and, you know, like, pay attention. It's going to be a lot of hard work. I mean, I'm not going to lie, Chantel's a really interesting example of someone who is so wrapped up in food, peeps withstanding. She's so wrapped up in food that, like, everything about her life is food. Everything. Like, food makes her feel good. Food, like, helps her remember things. Food comforts her. Food entertains her. Food is her, like, career. Like, legitimately. And when she talks about, like, oh, you drive down and you see signs for KFC and it's just, like, cocaine. It's like, okay, girl, well, it's not. But I see that from the perspective of someone who's worked hard on their relationship with food, but also, like, has things to do in their life. And Chantel has none of that. So, yeah, it's going to be a hard thing for Chantel to eat, like, low-calorie, packaged, pre-prepared meals and not dive into, like, a trough of Indomie at 4 a.m. She's going to do that anyway. Like, I hate to be grim and I hate to be, like, dismissive of Chantel's attempts, but it's a joke. I honestly think regardless of what Chantel's doing, be it, like, low-calorie prepared meals or carnivore or whatever, I think that she's going to struggle at between, like, midnight and 6 a.m. when she's bored, alone, sad, frustrated, and just wants a snack. And she's gonna, like, steal the keys and Poopy's wallet and go out to the servo and buy 6 bags of chips, 4 ice creams, and then be sad about it. Like, she's not actually addressing any of the root causes when it comes to her relationship with food. The reduction of mukbangs might surprisingly help her, but I don't think that takes the pressure off, like, her relationship with food and the fact that she's going to be thinking about it all day, every day. And she even, she considers sitting down to, like, chicken and broccoli a punishment. Like, that's probably one of the first things you need to, like, unpack and just stop. Like eating a consciously created, like, macronutrient dense, like, whole food meal shouldn't be viewed as a punishment. That's bonkers, and that's something a professional would help you unpack, but whatever, I guess.
To get through that initial miserable thing, and maybe I'll just...
Elizabeth, you think it's kidneys? Maybe. What he says, we should rewatch that video from around 2018 when Chantel shaded Ambi for using a mobility scooter and not losing weight on her weight loss channel, and then declared she would walk to get any snack. I mean, we could. We could certainly do that.
Always, I'll probably always struggle with this, you know, this addiction. And
yeah, probably because you aren't able to overcome or unpick it yourself. And for some reason, you just refuse to go to a professional.
It's just always gonna, you know, be there. And
hey, Oceana, good to see you. I mean, that's true. She has a deep, burning, visceral hate for the sun and broccoli.
That eating disorders and addictions fully go away. I think they're always there. But
I think you're a pretty, like, not great person to talk on that topic particularly, because you haven't actually done anything in the realms of working on your relationship with food. You've literally just pulled an Ambi and sat on the internet and cried about it for years. That's what pulling an Ambi means.
I think they can be manageable with the right help, with the right system, and, you know, I think initially...
Sky, I'm so sorry. I have so many words, so many opinions.
Just push through that like detox period, you know. So that's all I want to say. I know we're trying something new. We're doing this again. It's it's gonna be tough. So,
but it seems like you're in a good mood for it.
I don't want to really announce like what it really is and everything because I don't want to let people down. But just know that I'm working on this, and I'll update you fully.
Okay, we might not get to the apathetic facts one. We might have to do a little bit of a retro to Foodie shading Amber, just because it's a Foodie and an Amby episode, and that's fun. And Lottie sent me the link.
All the tea about what it is in about a week. Okay, so until then, I don't know what the hell I'm going to do for content, but when you don't focus your life and content around food, there's like a lot of things we could probably do here, you know. And once I start feeling better, I'll be able to do a lot more. I'll be able to show you guys a lot more things, you know, and kind of shift my content from that messy, just like unhealthy kind of content to something more wholesome, you know.
Great. I can't wait for wholesome content with Chantal, which won't last at all. And then she's going to get so mad at us on like Thursday.
No, I want to be like an inspiration. I don't want to be like a mess my whole life.
Cautionary tale, dear. That's the other one.
I don't want to be known as somebody like, you know, people don't want to become like. I want to be like, you know, I want to just kind of inspire people in a way.
You've inspired so many people on the internet, Chantal. Well done.
And for that to happen, I have
not the way you intended, but
have to become the person I want to, you know, that is in a position to be that person. So anyways, I have these insightful moments and then all goes to hell. So I gotta buckle in.
Do you think she got Hardee's on the way home?
I gotta strap in, guys. So
I don't mean to be shady, but the likelihood is high.
He's gonna help me as best as he can. He's like, I'm not having any snacks in the house. Don't even think about it. Like, he's gonna review all grocery orders.
That's gonna be a fun conversation. Excuse me, darling, loophole wife, no chocolate in the online orders. What do you mean? What do you mean no chocolate? You don't understand? You don't understand what it's like to be me? I pay for this house!
You know.
And then she's gonna come online at 2 a.m. sitting down by the pool on that moldy couch, crying. You guys, it's just so hard. Like, no one understands, and I don't know what to do. I gave away my cats. Fun.
There's not going to be any snacks in that, so. Yep. He's willing to sacrifice his snacks for me.
Sure.
Which, you know,
sure.
Which is good. He cares, and yeah.
Not buy me a donut or I'm going to Canada.
Anyways, guys, thank you so much for listening to me, and I will see you in the next video.
Okay, well, bye. We are actually going to watch Chantal in the next video, because Lottie, the fabulous, has gifted us an upload from 2022, but I think this was much before that. This was back in the BB era, right? This is not a sacrifice. This is Mobility Scooters and Obesity, a rant from an obese person. This is from Chantal, living back in BB's place. And what a fun comparison this will be, because this was so long ago. Everybody, welcome to the stage, Chantal! Who's that?
Hey guys. So first, I want to apologize to you guys because I did ask you what kind of video you would want to see.
Oh, 2018? I was thinking 2019. 2018. Got it.
And you did say you would like a video of me walking.
Look, those eyes aren't leaking.
And
how you guys?
Also, Fat Girl Files, which I said I would do today.
Is this her real hair? Yes, there might be fibers in it, but yes.
So I apologize for that. I will do that.
She used to do this thing because she had a little bit of thinning, and she'd always wear it in a middle part. So she'd do this thing where she'd frame the camera so that Amby actually does it quite often as well. I noticed because I try to get the thumbnails, but they frame, both Amby and Foodie, like frame the camera so it cuts off their forehead. So you don't actually see like the top part of the hair, but Foodie like made it a thing.
Tomorrow, for sure. I will have the video out tomorrow. I actually...
Oh yeah, this was 7 years ago. Wow. Okay. Work.
Kind of impromptu, but I was out all day with my grandmother helping her out. She's very elderly. She's very frail. She's getting more frail, and she needs more help. So,
for those of you who are relatively new, there was a time on the internet where Chantal was viewed as like the nicer Canadian Amberlynn Reid. There's a fabulous, like, I think that's the direct quote that Milk Tea made in one, like, wonderful piece of content that lives rent-free in my head. Yeah, there was a very brief blip on the internet where Foodie was more well-liked than Ambi. Now, I think both are probably just despised across the board. But yeah, fun fact for you.
Yeah,
this was when Foodie was still faking it. So this was before Foodie used to go on live streams. And I think even then, when she did like practice her live stream, she'd have like 7 people in it or whatever. But we really got to know the real Foodie pretty well once the live stream started.
Yeah. So, anyways, there were some things I had to help her with today, and I was just gone all day and night and all day. And
the funny thing is, like, if you picture what Chantal wears now, like, you can legitimately see how much of the head she's hiding. Like, it's here. Like, it's here. It's on the tip of the chin. And again, for those of you who are new here, Chantal used to do this really fun thing. There's an old piece of content where Chantal's wearing this real 4-way stretch looking turtleneck that's cheetah print. It's one of my favorites. I think that's the one where she's really angry at Charlie Gold. I think it's that one. There were 2. There's one she used to wear a black turtleneck and she'd sit in the car at nighttime and then like just have the front facing like live lighting her face and she looked like a floating head. And then there was another one where she wore a 4-way stretch cheetah print turtleneck. Fashion icon, if you ask me. But she used to wear the turtlenecks so high that they would literally cover like her chin. They would come up to the point of her chin and go all the way down. And that's why you see a lot of people saying that she's wearing the headscarf because it does the same kind of job. And specifically the way that she wears it, kind of covering or coming up to the point of her chin, because she's got there's a lot going on back there that's behind fabric. Miss Username was taken. Thank you for the super chat, honey. Miss Username says Foodie was stunting on Ambi because she was more mobile. Wow, how the turntables. Yeah, now Ambi doesn't need to sit to cut a cucumber, but Foodie falls up the stairs.
Into the good part of the evening. So I just wanted to say, I know I'm going to get a lot of hate for this video. I just know it. I'm going to leave the comments open and just whatever, I guess, I'm voicing my opinion. I'm going to...
Lily, hello. And yes, I do. Yes.
Try to do so in a very...
I think every time she's ever spoken about Eugenia has been, like, just a bad time.
Respectful manner, but it is a rant video, so I don't know how respectful it's going to be. I don't want to make a channel. I'm not going to make this my channel, and I'm not going to completely single this person out. I'm just not going to watch them anymore. I know I said I don't watch them, and I don't. I decided to check in today.
This is why whenever someone asks Ambi, like, oh, are you friends with Chantal, or vice versa? Like, the answer is absolutely not. They've shared, like, 2 exchanges in DMs at one time, and then they just happen to get mad at reaction channels because they feel like their thunder's been stolen. They can create more thunder.
I'm sure everyone does that. And I'm not trying to be self-righteous or say that I'm better than this person because I don't do what they're doing, because I understand in a certain way. But at the same time, I just got really pissed off by what I saw, because I'll tell you why.
Kitchen, it is actually hilarious because I have often spoken about, like, the cognitive decline, right? But it's weird to sit down and actually listen to Chantal finish a sentence.
So, okay,
Right.
so my grandmother is very frail. She's elderly. And a few months back when she was shopping, she passed out in the store. And she has these weak moments where she's a fall risk, okay? And yes, I know my eyes, I need to get some kind of hypoallergenic eye drops because it's not pink eye, but I have a severe allergy to pet dander, and it's just been really bad.
Okay, yep, that would explain being around Julia. It doesn't explain being outside and your eyes literally watering.
And I'm kind of tired. So anyways, so she passed out. So I said, you're not going to the store anymore by yourself. She likes to get out. She doesn't, I bring her shopping to her once in a while, but she likes to get out. So, it happened recently, actually, where we went to Walmart, and normally they have 1 or 2 scooters or electric mobile cart things, and they're usually not available. And the one time that we really needed it, she wasn't feeling well. You know, she was kind of weaker, felt like just really weak, like she wanted, you know, didn't want to walk around. Walmart's a big store, and the fluorescent lights, disaster waiting to happen with
there's a lot less sex noises and shitting themselves.
passing out for her, I'm sure. So sometimes she does walk around, but sometimes it would be nice to have the scooter available, right? So, you know, and lo and behold, when we're in the store, there were no carts available. Lo and behold, we see this morbidly obese woman. And I'm not dissing morbidly obese people. Please don't twist what I'm saying. I'm morbidly obese myself.
Super.
I am. And I know that people who are very morbidly obese are immobile, but I feel like despite the fact that obesity is so tough to fix and food addiction is so tough to fix, I mean, I've cried about it. It's so tough. Anybody who suffers from that knows how tough it is.
7 years on, where are we?
It's just life altering. It's horrible. And I wouldn't wish it on anybody. I wouldn't. But in a way, at some point, you have to take full responsibility.
I love this video. I swear, we have certainly watched this before, Lottie. Oh, God. Gets me every time.
And I'm learning that still myself, but we put ourselves in this situation, whether we are unable to control our addictions or not. At some point, and I know there's going to be fruit flies buzzing around. I have a big bowl of fruit right near me.
My God, the more things change, the less they change.
They seem to love mangoes. I'm sorry.
They seem to love rotting fucking garbage. Everywhere you go, girl, just bin it.
I'm slightly out of focus. But,
Lord.
You know...
Not the fruit flies.
We need to be walking. We need to even walk for a bit, sit down, whatever. I mean, this woman was in the junk food aisle. And so now I can understand people watching me who are morbidly obese eating junk food mukbangs. I understand. I understand the reception, the negative reception about that, because sometimes I watch them, like I said, in my...
It's so funny because it's such a, like, very specific, like, time capsule of Chantal, but my God.
I'm not okay video, and I think, what the fuck was I thinking? You know, but it's kind of just become the new normal where these carts are never available because, you know, usually it's when I see somebody using it, somebody very overweight. And my grandmother really needed the cart. And I'm sure there's other people who are, you know, disabled through no fault of their own who actually can't really walk around. And, you know, I mean, sometimes maybe these overweight people have other disabilities.
I feel like she should have written down her point.
I'm not trying to bash people, you know. That's
oh my God, could you imagine Chantal, like current day Chantal watching this? What a hoot.
That's not what I'm trying to do, but I'm just voicing my frustration that I was upset seeing that. And I was upset that she was, you know, had to walk around the store until she couldn't take it. And I had her sit on the bench and I just did the rest of the shopping for her. Mm-hmm. You know, so it's just, yeah. So all that to say, I was checking in on YouTuber Amberlynn Reid, and I'm sorry, Amberlynn, I don't want to start a war with you. I don't want to be one of those people who makes video after video after video about you.
Get back.
I was checking in on YouTuber Amberlynn Reid, and
famous YouTuber Amberlynn Reid. What a kind. Hey guys, it's Potato Lynn Reid. Oh Lord, that's funny. That's so fun. We found the culprit.
And I'm sorry, Amberlynn, I don't want to start a war with you.
Not I'm sorry. I'm so sorry I inserted this wildly unflattering still.
I don't want to be one of those people who makes video after video after video about you. But I can kind of understand people voicing their opinions now, because it's just
not ALR on the hunt for buttons and stickers. Oh, God.
it's almost like I saw your video today and your like weight loss update. Anyway, so then what really annoyed me was seeing you on the cart. Like you were doing it on purpose.
You look happy. Stop it. I mean, look. She does look happy. You're right. Look at that little smirk. She's off to collect stickers. The choosy mastermind. Oh, Lord. It's such a shame it's a cart and not one of those, like train rides that they have outside of, like, shopping centers and stuff. Because, goddamn, that would have made me laugh. Choo-choosy.
You know, to like get people to ooh and ah over it, or to create some kind of controversy over it, or to shove it in people's, like, to troll people, basically, I guess. Because, you know, the way you were like in the cart and you're like, you know, you looked all comfortable, and it's like, that made me mad. That really, I'm sorry, it really did. Because
do you think Abby sits there like with her junk journal and says, "Ooh, I've got this wrapper from the Nutty Butters, or I've got this lid from the Pringles can. I could put both of them in my journal."
Yeah.
Answer's
So
yes.
yeah. Sorry, somebody messaged me. Yeah. That was Pete.
Fat cow, good to see you, hun.
He
Maybe.
wants everyone to
Eeny, meeny, miny, choosy.
check out Postmodern Jukebox on YouTube. Anyway, that pissed me off, and I think you should really be walking. I mean, I don't see why you would ride a scooter
Choosy Lynn Reid is very, very funny. It's a name.
to Walmart to get junk food. I mean, if I'm going to go get junk food, I'm sure as hell going to walk. I'm not going to deprive somebody handicapped or disabled of using that scooter because I want to go get junk food and trinkets, you know? Anyways, I know I sound like a bitch right now, okay?
Trinkets.
I'm really trying not to be bitchy, and I'm not just doing this for views. I'm doing it because I'm legitimately annoyed, and this is probably one of those videos I probably should be deleting after. But no, I'm not going to.
I'm so glad she didn't, personally.
I know I'm going to get hate for this. I know it.
Zing, I remember that video where Amby's playing choosy with her own journals. I had a really fun time with it.
Like a total bitch of YouTube.
But, you know, I also wasn't in a situation where my controlling, manipulative partner was forcing me to do it and saying it was me getting paid. Ugh.
Not like
I was like, oh, that's cute. That's fun.
But
Not like, I don't want to do this. Please leave me alone. Why can't we break up?
I just wanted to say that because I don't know how else to sound more, you know, nicer.
Thank you, Sky. I agree.
I don't know how to sound any
It was.
nicer when I say this, but you know, you're part of the problem of people who are using the scooters, and when there's people who actually need it, they don't have it available. That's not right. That's just not right, in my opinion. So, and it's the way you did your video. It's like you just don't. It's kind of just like you just kind of spitting in everyone's face in a way, you know, like.
Abby does that.
I know when you messaged me before, I'm not going to like go and say all of these things that we message each other about. We didn't really message each other very often. It wasn't anything serious. Maybe just bitching about trolls once in a while or whatever, you know?
Oh, leak the DMs. You could be the new Alexis 7 years later.
But there was a time when you were like, I really don't know why people think I'm copying you. Because when I first started a weight loss journey on my channel, because I started by pigging out on junk food. So I know that that's, you know, but you messaged me and people were like, oh, you're Amberlynn's copying Chantal. I remember seeing comments like that. And
I mean, Chantal was copying Amberlynn.
Said,
No.
I don't know why people think I'm copying you.
To talk about
I'm the one who
timelines.
started a weight loss channel 3 years ago. But, and I know that I haven't really lost any weight. I haven't gained 100 pounds, but I haven't lost.
Forgive me for the question, chat. If anyone remembers the specific period of time, 2018, what did Chantal say she weighed in 2018? Was this part of the my life as a 400 lbs timeline, or was that slightly later in 2019? I can't quite remember. I think it might have been here in 2018. Oh, no, it would have been... No, it was later. It was later in 2019, I think. Just an interesting, like, comparison, you know.
Really any weight either. And I'm hoping that's going to change. I'm still really trying, which I do have to give you guys a weight loss update at the end of the week.
400 was the villa. Oh, yeah, it was. I could have sworn she... Oh, no, that was in the villa. 2020.
But, and tell you how I've been doing, what I've been doing, and everything like that. Plus, we're going to go on walks together. But I want to say that at the time, even when you told me that, I was like, weight loss channel. No. It's not a weight loss channel because you're not losing weight on it. But I guess it could be your struggles with food addiction and your mental illness and stuff like that.
Go.
So, but I never got the feeling, and I'm sure people don't feel that way about my channel either, so I can't really say, but I don't get the feeling that you're a weight loss channel either. So
this was Fat Girl Files, not Flies, goddammit, Files era. She was pretty much the same weight as she is now, allegedly. Right, so Chantal was 166 kilos, or thereabouts, here. Right.
I found that comment funny a long time ago. So I'm not really just trying to throw shade about, I'm not trying to be petty that way, but that just really annoyed me from person to person. Somebody who has a disabled relative, it just really burns my ass to see that. So I guess I just won't watch your videos anymore.
This is my breakup letter to Amberlynn Reid.
You know, it's hard not to check in once in a while to see what's up. Because I really do hope that you do get your shit together, just like I hope I get my shit together.
Well, neither of them did. And
the struggle bus stops. I really do hope you find the help you need, but I don't, and I hope I find the help I need. I found it's not OA, so it's not a 12-step program. It's more of a support program for food addiction and
again, chat, in case this is your first cycle, there have been a few.
Compulsive overeating, which I will be going to. It's every Saturday. So something like that. I don't know, because I think that you're just closed in with Becky and you just eat and eat and eat. And that's, you know, a pattern that I've been in.
Not closed in.
I do hope you get the help you need. But
2018 has.
I don't think you sound like the video today. It was just like, you don't seem serious. And I think maybe because you are going to be on my 600-pound life, and you just at this point you're like, whatever, I'm going to get help, I'm going to get surgery.
Mate, I wish.
So I might as well try to look, you know, for the show, whatever. Because you know how
actually, if that had happened, I feel like many like culturally memorable, I won't say impressive, internet moments might not have happened if Amby had actually ended up on TV.
To make people look in the show, they first show them taking a shower, and then they show them, let's see your eating habits while they, you know, on the scooter in Walmart. And that, you know, I can understand that part if it was for the show. But anyway, I'm just babbling on. Those are just my thoughts. And
one big sentence, Kathleen.
Yeah.
Are you done?
And I maybe should have messaged you privately, but I think we have each other blocked. So childish, I know. But anyway, I just wanted to say that. And I'm sure there's things that I know there's people are annoyed by me with you know, with how I'm choosing to live my life and try to lose weight and, you know, whatever. I'm not dissing how you want to lose weight. If you want to do your calorie counting, if you want to do your Weight Watchers.
The funny thing is neither of them did.
Whatever you want to do, you know, that's not my business. But what my business is just seeing that. Like I said, I have a relative who's disabled, and to see somebody use the cart, it just really burns my ass. It just really burns my ass.
I'm impressed that she's got no mayonnaise on her chin.
And I know people are going to say, well, you don't have a right to say who's disabled and who can use it and blah, blah, blah.
Go,
but I guess
sentence.
just me personally, as a morbidly obese person, there's no way in hell I would, number one, because I'd be too embarrassed. I'm very...
Weird thing to be embarrassed about, Chantal, considering what you do on the internet, but okay.
Aware of people's reactions to my weight, just me walking around.
Well, she doesn't do that anymore.
Because I know that somebody else really needs it. So, anyway. I just wanted to get that out of my system, and I do feel better. So
that's nice, dear. Anyway, that was Foodie from 7 years ago, just in case you missed her. hypocrisy. All right, chat, we're going to move over onto Amby. We're probably not going to get to watch Apathetic Facts again today. I'm so sorry, I keep baiting that. But eventually we will. Eventually, Foodie's going to go missing for a few days and Amby's going to have like 3 videos to watch and we will get it done. But if you're on the way out and you're not here for Amby, why? It's messy drama. But also have a great day. If you'd hit the like button on the way out, that'd be great as well. If not, I totally understand. This is Amby's latest upload, my last response to Beck. And I can't wait to see how this turns out.
Hello. So welcome to a new video. It's actually February 7th.
Again, this is in discussion to Beck's content, or this is in response, obviously, to Beck's content that had been coming out around this time. We have already collectively watched Beck's video that came out on February 7th. I find it really strange and bizarre that Amby wouldn't get this response out, I don't know, maybe a bit quicker than 10 days in the future. If anyone would like to explain that to me, that'd be great. No, Lottie, no need for apology whatsoever. I love doing a retro.
At 3 a.m. in the morning. Yes, I should be asleep, but here I am awake filming a video. I was actually getting ready to get comfy and try to sleep. My sleeping hasn't been the greatest. I've just been having a lot of anxiety. And when
that choker is definitely embedded in the neck, Stella. I agree. That choker, we haven't seen that choker come off yet. She needs to take off the choker.
A lot of anxiety. I go to sleep really late and I genuinely hate it. Something I've suffered with majority of my life. But anyways, I could have totally slept and waited till tomorrow to film this, but I think it's just so heavy that like I have to do it now. Filmed
it, but then didn't actually upload it. Weird.
So I can just be
10 days is weird.
Completely done with it. I watched Beck's new video that they posted tonight or today or whatever, but it was a new one. So that video genuinely shocked me and it made me feel stupid and dumb, and it made me realize that like the way that I viewed our relationship was completely wrong.
Do you remember what you uploaded the day before this? Do you remember the video just before this? Where you were extremely dismissive, refused to say sorry, and just kept repeating ad hominem, I take accountability. Do you remember that? Was that the day before this? Weird.
And I was oblivious to a lot of things. Even to the extent of the way that I treated them. So I want to be accountable in that. But this is just
I'm gonna have to ask her to find a better word than accountable.
The example that I saw in their newest video, where it made me look back and be like, yeah, like we both actually viewed this relationship completely different. So
this is a really weird like perspective to take on a relationship that was filmed, recorded, edited, and uploaded to YouTube for your entire audience to see what was going on. But okay.
In their new video, they were reacting to a compilation video of me being rude to them for 10 minutes straight. And
classic Amberlynn Reid. What 5 traits would you attribute to Amby? Rude, smug, mean, manipulative, and terrible to Beck. Because the in-joke for the community is like it's all Beck's fault. And that's not like a funny ha-ha joke. That's just literally what Amby was doing for that 5-year relationship where everything was Beck's fault.
In the reaction, Beck stated multiple times that it's obvious that they didn't want to be on camera. And they said, oh, look at me zoning out while she's talking. And
in that piece of content, Beck literally said that they didn't want to be part of the vlog or do any filming and at some point in time. And you had said, well, that's your job. And then Beck went on to talk about how that was a very thinly veiled threat from Amby because Amby was the one making the money.
It's like both of those things like genuinely hurt, and it made me realize like I didn't even notice these things.
Just how it took what? It took under 2 minutes for you to somehow turn this into like you're the victim. That's impressive. Terrible, but very quick.
Like how when I was in a relationship with them, I didn't notice how mean or rude I could come off until looking back, and I just feel super remorseful.
Oh, Snowflake put up Beck Answers Questions Part 2. I don't know if we'll have time for that, but fun.
I viewed our whole relationship
a certain way that it wasn't. I genuinely thought that they wanted to be on camera and that they were okay with being on camera.
Girl, were you blind? Were you... What? If we could see it through the lens of the audience and it was your real life, that would take some hecticana avoidance to not see that your partner is not interested in Choosy, not interested in Amberlynn, not interested in creating content with you. It doesn't take a rocket scientist to take one look at Beck during a lot of that time and say, they're not feeling it today. There was a lot of that.
And I was so accustomed to...
Oh, it's questions for Beck part 2. So tomorrow we might have a Beck Answers Questions part 2 from Mr. Snowflake. Fabulous. Can't wait.
them zoning out or seeming like they didn't want to be on camera, that was normal for me. But I didn't know that the zoning out and the look on their face, etc., was like an indication that they weren't listening to me or that they didn't want to be on camera. Like, that is like news to me. So knowing that like I viewed our relationship one way and it wasn't, like, I genuinely look stupid, but I guess like maybe I low-key deserve it.
Realizing
You seem like a self-centered manipulator and terrible person. Sorry, I had to cough.
that we both viewed this relationship so differently actually makes it easier for me to be accountable and
Oh, wow. As long as it's easy for you, girl.
to apologize, because if that's the way that they truly viewed it, like, I deeply apologize for that.
Honey, you should stop recording this and pick up the phone. I mean, actually, maybe not. I feel like maybe that might be a little bit traumatic, to have a direct one-on-one conversation. But girly plop, this is probably not the space. If you want to apologize to Beck for 5 years of terrible treatment, including but not limited to choosy Amberlynn and forcing them to do things that they clearly weren't interested in doing, maybe you could have this conversation in private or write a letter and not like create monetized content out of it. But that's if you were serious, I suppose. Because she could have just made a vlog being like, hey guys, it's me. I know my hair, it's always like this, but it's the lighting. Anyway, so I've seen what Beck has to say and I've reached out to them privately. And hopefully we're able to have a conversation. But I just don't want to do this back and forth on the internet. And you could have done that, but instead you decided to make this. So welcome to everyone's opinions.
And there's nothing I can do to change their opinions and their thoughts and their experience, because that's what they lived.
I wasn't the greatest girlfriend. I wasn't the most perfect girlfriend, but I will say I'm not all good. I'm not all bad. And I wasn't that way then either. Like,
Okay, that's bleh.
our
You
relationship
guys, I know I was a terrible person, but I'm not all bad. I have a cute choker on.
was definitely,
Gag. Blah. Hate it. Ugh.
but I will say I'm not all good. I'm not all bad. And I wasn't that way then either. Like, our relationship was definitely complex. And even though it
What?
might not be visible to the public or even to Beck in this moment, I have taken accountability for the things that I've done. And in the
Where? How exactly? What? Accountability often goes like hand in hand with like apology and making good and like not just changing the things now, but seeing what you can do to like amend the things that you've done in the past. Have you paid back all of that money that they made on those live streams while they were sitting next to you supporting you before you had to get like creative with your FaceTimes or whatever you use your earbuds for? Have you paid them? Have you like reached out to them privately to apologize? No, neither of those things. Right. Okay. Well, very good. Good to know. Thank you.
video, they even stated like,
You can say I'm being accountable until the end of time, but actually like making the effort, putting in actions is the thing that is being accountable, not just like saying I'm accountable on repeat every 30 seconds. What?
I don't want you to reach out to me. And that's very much why I haven't, because I wanted to respect those boundaries. But they said, I don't want an apology from you. I genuinely feel like Beck
Okay.
deserves an apology for the wrongdoings that I did.
I feel like that's just manipulator Lynn saying that, but okay.
Video, they even stated like, I don't want you to reach out to me. And that's very much why I haven't, because I wanted to respect those boundaries. But they said, I don't want an apology from you. I genuinely feel like Beck deserves an apology for the wrongdoings that I did do. But
That's funny because you spent 2 videos not saying I'm sorry, but okay.
if they don't want to accept
Again, why are we doing this if they didn't ask for an apology? What?
it or hear it, then I have to be okay with that. I'm not going to apologize to the internet. The apology wasn't for you guys. It was for them.
What apology? Sorry, did I miss that? She said, I'm sorry in the last, 3 seconds of yesterday's vlog. For no reason in particular and to no one in particular. Was that the apology? Did I miss it?
You. I genuinely feel like Beck deserves an apology for the wrongdoings that I did do. But if they don't want to accept it or hear it, then I have to be okay with that. I'm not going to apologize to the internet. The apology wasn't for you guys. It was for them. I feel like in this situation, like this type
Sorry, why are we here again? Sorry.
of accountability should be handled in private, just like the apology should have, and the sort of discussion that is like happening between back and forth with us. Like these things should be happening in private. And it's like when
Okay, but you could just apologize, say you're sorry for the things that you did, and then not try to spin it in such a way that is, it's my BPD, I just wasn't paying attention, I'm not that person anymore. Like, stop before you get there. Because that seems to be where you want to live. You want to live in excuse Lynn. We need accountability Lynn. We need apology Lynn. That's what we need.
personal matters like this are brought onto like a public platform, I feel like backed up in a corner, like I have to defend myself or I have to say something. But it's like,
Yeah, you're saying a lot of stuff.
I'm not going to sit
Saying maybe too much stuff.
here and go through every single thing that they said, like every single claim, every single this or that, because that
You... Ooh, I'm gonna get heated. Ooh, gaslighter. You sat here on your phone, camera, whatever the fuck. You sat here and looked down the barrel of that lens and you said, you guys, you know, some of it's the truth, but some of it's lies, and I don't want to go through it, and I won't be apologizing for what is lies and what is truths, and there are truths and lies, and no one will know the truths and the lies because you wouldn't clarify the truths and the lies. And now you sit here and say dumb shit like this.
in private. And it's like when personal matters like this are brought onto like a public platform, I feel like backed up in a corner, like I have to defend myself or I have to say something. But it's like, I'm not going to sit here and go through every single thing that they said, like every...
Go, why not? You sat here and you said, no, some of them are lies and some of them are truths. Clarify, clean it up. Where are the lies, girl? What are the lies? Is it because the truths are actually terrible and you fully were cognizant of what you were doing and how terrible you were in that relationship and you just don't want to apologize? So you don't want to, like, clear up what was truth and what was lie? I don't think there were any lies in that. At all. Huh.
single claim, every single this or that, because that is just going to fuel negativity. I truly don't feel like the back and forth is productive.
Girl, this manipulation is fueling negativity. I'm not going to lie. Like, can't imagine anyone watches this and watches Beck's content and goes, you know what? Amber's in the right here.
For either of us. But if they truly feel like sharing their story is what is going to help them in the long run, then go for it. But I have to genuinely step away. Like I said, I wasn't going to speak about them, and that was standing. But like,
this is the second vlog where we're addressing a response.
hearing all of these things being said, it's been hard for me because it's like I have shown growth in my personal life.
This isn't about you. How do you not, how, and on what plane of, like, existence do you have to exist or be on to not understand that this conversation is not about your growth, your change, your betterment, and none of that, Amby? Because that's all a crock of shit, I gotta tell you. Been watching you for, what, 6 years? Well, technically 5 years. Yeah, 5 and a bit years. Where is the change, honey? There is none. Barely changed that choker, girl. There is no change. You are exactly the same person. You can sit here and say you're accountable and you're cognizant. Just because you picked up a new diagnosis doesn't mean you're a new person. Get it together, girl. Stop getting on WebMD. Stop getting on ChatGPT. Go and seek a professional assistance. And please stop making, like, other people's trauma your own, because it's not. Sort your shit out. Woof. Hey, Mr. Snowflake, good to see you. Oh, I said it differently. That felt so weird. Oh my god, Mr. Snowflake, hi. There we go. Cleaned it up. I will take accountability for being amazing. Of course I will. Thank you so much. Are you getting on the treadmill today? Are you getting your steps in? Getting your cardio?
And it's hard to like...
If so, have fun.
Show growth.
Also, how's the boxing going?
Publicly, when these are things that like was happening behind the scenes.
Don't mind me, just getting mad at Amby. I don't know if you saw yesterday's stream on Amby. Ooh, I got heated. Girl, blood pressure, high.
It's been hard for me because it's like I have shown growth in my personal life, and it's hard to like show growth publicly when these are things that like was happening behind the scenes. So publicly, I might look the same to you guys, but I have changed a lot. I am always...
Let's ask the exes. Let's get them lined up. Slommy, get out here. Let's get Slommy. Let's get Valentine, aka Erica. Let's get... What was the other one's name? Deborah, Debbie, Danielle, Dolores, Umbridge. Let's bring them all out. Let's have a chat.
Always open for growth and for...
Mr. Snowflake, honestly, this entire Ambi arc is bonkers mad. Also, I heard you have part 2 of questions for Beck. Is that right? That's going to be fun to react to once Beck reacts, and then I will react to Beck reacting to your questions asked via the community. I can't wait.
Look the same to you guys, but I have changed a lot. I am always open for growth.
Abby? Was it Abby? Sure, yes.
And for changing to be a better person every single day. And I want to reflect on the past more because that actually genuinely helps me see ways...
Beck's going to react today. Oh, fingers crossed. How fun. See, everyone? Look at that. You're getting an inside scoop. Thank you, Mrs. Smith.
That I need to improve in ways that I already have improved.
And I just want to say that anytime that I had Beck on my channel, it was never out of malice. I never meant to disrespect them. And
I don't know. Some of those camera angles were pretty disrespectful, girl.
And I really, 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 really did love them. This might be a little tea because no one knows. But when Beck and I were just friends while I was with Feline, and Feline did know this, don't worry. One night
after the breakup, right. Was this while Beck was still being forced to sleep in your bed by any chance?
I got really, really drunk. And I told Beck, like, I really was in love with you. And I still love you. Like, you're...
Oh. Yeah, because nothing screams healthy breakup like still being forced to live with the person because they haven't yet given you $100 to hire at the U-Haul, being asked to sleep in their same bed and then watching them get drunk with their new girlfriend, and then for them to tell you that they really did love you. What kind of toxic mess? Girl, can we grow up, please? That's crazy. That's crazy.
And I told Beck, like, I really was in love with you and I still love you. Like, you're a great person. And
what does that have to do with anything? Ambi got drunk off 3 buzzballs and decided to dump on, not in that way, trauma, not human waste, dump on Beck. Come on, girl.
I hyped them up because genuinely, I owe so much.
He said this unprompted as well, Brandon, imagine.
I hyped them up because genuinely, I owe so much to them and I have so much gratitude to them.
It would have been nice for you to show it at any point in time while in that relationship, but instead we got, like, Beck doing things they didn't want to do, Beck having to lie on camera, Beck having to memorize lines, and Beck basically being in holding playing choosy. And Beck having to take after your hygiene and your wiping and your health. And then you blaming Beck for your delay in getting, like, all of your business sorted. Girl, no.
They were there for me during some of the hardest moments of my life.
Yeah, they were. And they stayed with you for a really long time during all of that. And you still treated them like crap.
I.e. when I was diagnosed with cancer. But I have never tried to show them in a certain...
I'm trying to remember a point in time where Ambi treated Beck well. Like where Ambi said something nice to Beck that wasn't malicious and backhanded. Or, like, basically using Beck for content or as a driver or a wiper. Like, when did we see the respect and the dignity and the joy and the happiness and the love and, like, when did we see that? Because I'm not gonna lie, I'm pulling a blank. I really am.
Way, nothing was ever out of malice from the bottom of my heart, and I just really needed to make that clear.
Okay, well, that's not believable. So thank you so much for lying.
Honestly, all I can really do is just continue working on myself. My focus moving forward is to just ignore it all. Like, I wanted to take what Beck is doing and put it in, like, a positive way and put a positive spin to it and, like, be like, yeah.
You should have just acknowledged the fact that it existed. I don't know, maybe the day after it happened and not 10 days later, you numpty. acknowledge that it happened, say, I'm going to be handling this privately, and not continue to make content out of it if you didn't want the audience to keep talking about it. But I guess here we are, so yay for us.
I am accountable, but at the same time, obviously, like, I do find frustrations in the ways that I feel like they are exaggerating or they have lied. I do firmly believe that two things can happen at once. I can be accountable, but I can also be frustrated. But I'm not accountable.
Again, just someone let her know this isn't about her.
I'm frustrated about the same things. Like everyone likes to say, there are three sides to every story. Their side, my side, the truth. And like a really good example of like people viewing things differently, like kind of what's going on with like Blake and Justin. Blake feels
Girl.
like one thing happened. Well, Justin's like, no, that's not what happened. So you know what? I can't even sit here and firmly be
Are we all of like the PAs and the camera people and like all of the people on set who actually saw it all happening? Is that us? Is that, in this analogy, is that who we are? Girl, don't go there. Wrong.
people viewing things differently, like kind of what's going on with like Blake and Justin. Blake
Maybe she thinks she's Blake Lively. She does like that movie.
feels like one thing happened. Well, Justin's like, no, that's not what happened. So you know what? I can't even sit here and firmly be like, okay, Becca's lying, because if they viewed it that way, then I have to accept that for what it is. Because what
Okay, but what about us who viewed it a particular way as well? Because I kind of feel like the audience is pretty memorable on the content. I mean, heck, Amby hasn't pulled her content down. We could go and rewatch it if we really wanted to.
it's true to someone and the way that they view something might not be true to everyone else in the room.
I want to play
Yeah, now it sounds like Beck's at fault for seeing it wrong. That sounds classic Amberlynn, really.
devil's advocate here for a second. If I'm remembering something wrong that Beck genuinely remembers as like a full truth, then that's fair as well, because I have really bad memory problems
Oh my god, girl. Fuck off.
due to moments of high stress, trauma.
I knew it. I called it. I said, call me Raven Simonia, girl. I sat here before we even started this and said, girl, she's going to cry about her trauma and her upbringing and all of the hardships that she went through. And she's going to use every fucking diagnoses under the sun to say the reason why I am a terrible person is because of this. The last 2 days of watching Amberlynn Reid have been infuriating.
Really bad memory problems due to moments of high stress.
You guys, I'm just misremembering the relationship because of my trauma. God, leave me alone.
Trauma,
Why should I apologize? I don't remember it.
BPD, when I have anxiety, sometimes I'll literally like black out because I'm so anxious.
And I just want
Wow, girl, just fucking add that one on.
to say whether my apology
You
was
guys, I get so anxious that I black out. I don't doubt that there are people out there who suffer from instances like that, but oh boy, isn't it a coincidence that this gets mentioned for quite possibly the first time ever during like this period of time where Amby's ex from 5 years ago decides to talk about like what they went through. What a coincidence.
Sometimes I'll literally like black out because I'm so anxious.
And I just want to say whether my apology was behind a paywall, whether it was in a Snapchat, whether it's in a YouTube video, or whether I say it to Beck
Hey K-Buns, good to see you, honey. Sorry, I'm getting distracted.
was behind a paywall, whether it was in a Snapchat, whether it's in a YouTube video, or whether I say it to Beck directly, it is 100% sincere. And
I think it's less sincere if you make content out of it. In this instance, I think it's a lot less. I think I would feel as if it were a lot more sincere if you'd come online to do this on a live stream, to upload this literally like on the day that it was made. I think that it screams insincerity and you don't give a fuckness if you decided to schedule this for 10 days after you recorded it. And also smuggling. Like, those two things scream she don't give a fuck. Might just be me, though. Zing, thank you for the super chat, honey. Zing says, is the empty thought cloud her missing memories? I think it's meant to be a speech bubble. She should just have... Oh, we should take the still of her sitting in the cart and put it in the in the speech bubble. That's a good idea. Yeah.
whether it's in a YouTube video or whether I say it to Beck directly,
Not the official complaint, Lottie.
it is 100% sincere. And I have apologized to them personally, but that was
Years wasted.
It was behind a paywall, whether it was in a Snapchat, whether it's in a YouTube video or whether I say it to Beck directly, it is 100% sincere. And I have apologized to them personally, but that was years ago after our breakup. Beck and I was friends for about a year.
Were friends.
After we broke up. And obviously that didn't work out, which I understand, but I did apologize to them. I don't think that I took as much accountability as I do take now, because
do you know the meaning of the word? I don't think you do.
like I said, every day I like to reflect and just grow into a better person. So I'm not going to sit here and list off every single claim that they said and write down like...
How about, here's a good piece of advice. Here's a really good piece of advice. If you don't want to call Beck a liar in this content, instead you just want to shadily allege it, which is what you're doing here. You're trying to like sow the seeds of doubt that, oh, well, Beck might be misremembering things as well, because who remembers the whole truth of a traumatic experience that Amber put this person through? You've sown that seed. Good job, gal. What you really need to do to crank up that manipulation is just address the things that were true. But then if you're actually being accountable and you are sorry for those things, you should apologize. But I feel like you in your little ways would just find a way to ruin that. And instead, I'm going to assume you're just going to say, some things were true. The end.
Said every
Kem, thank you for the super chat, honey. Kem says, Ambi ain't no advocate.
day I like to reflect.
It's wild. It's wild watching this to think that this is how people see like relationships and like respect and accountability and all of these like concepts that are like based on morals. This is how Ambi sees it, and it's just mind-boggling.
And just grow into a better person. So I'm not going to sit here and list off every single claim that they said and write down like, okay guys, these are the things that are
just like kicking the can of code red. Damn it.
True, and these are the things that aren't. These are the things that I'm accountable for. Like, there's no productivity in that, because whether the internet knows what I'm accountable for versus what I'm not accountable for, that doesn't bother me. It
honestly seems like you're accountable for nothing. You just keep saying that word on repeat. I don't think you know what it means.
Person that I'm worried about and them actually hearing me is Beck.
Where are the accountability buddies, Brandon? That's a good question.
And if they don't want to, that's their prerogative. I'm okay with that. I want them to do whatever helps them. I'm not apologizing for myself. I'm apologizing to the person that I was in a relationship with for almost 5 years. And I hurt them, and I'm sorry for that. I really want to continue taking that experience in that relationship and learning from it. Beck can say...
This should have been a letter. This should not have been content, personally. I don't think that this should have been 10.5 minutes of listening to Amberlynn like wind up the audience in terms of, ooh, everybody misremembers things. Celia, thank you for the super chat, honey. Celia says, hi, she really is trying to feed us with this BS. Yes, I need some mouthwash. Yeah, I need to brush my teeth. I'm going to get that agitator out and grrr. It's a good time.
Apologizing to the person that I was in a relationship with for almost 5 years. And I hurt them, and I'm sorry for that. I really want to continue taking that experience in that relationship and learning from it. That
seems like a crock of shit, personally, but maybe I'm just cynical.
Can say absolutely anything from this point forward, and I am not going to respond. I genuinely wish them nothing but the best. And the apology that I need to give to you guys, if I hurt any of you during this whole thing because you guys care for Beck, then I'm also...
Okay, you seem to be confused about where your apologies are meant to lay.
So sorry for that. I'm a very flawed individual. That is not an excuse, but...
Really, girl? Because, again, like 4 times in this entire video, it does seem that you have just labeled every diagnosis and every trauma and every problem that you have as a reason to why you may have been a shitty person. Sorry, were a shitty person.
But I'm a flawed individual that can learn from this experience. And thankfully...
Girl, you're on YouTube. Break out that grey sweatshirt. This is not, like, you want to do a YouTube apology, right? We got to get a ukulele or something.
For any of you during this whole thing because you guys care for Beck, then I'm also sorry for that.
You should not be apologizing to us.
I'm a very flawed individual. That is not an excuse, but I'm a flawed individual that can learn from this experience. And
this experience happened 5 years ago and you didn't learn. This experience was happening like 7 years ago and you didn't learn. You're only learning now because the conversation has become public. And that actually, like, impacts your perspective on YouTube, I suppose. Sorry, girl. Again, call me cynical, but I think if you were actually apologetic, you would have, again, addressed this offline. But I guess you didn't, and we're here.
truthfully, I have. Whether people see it or believe it, I know it because I am my own person and I know how I've been in past relationships. And as I've gotten older and more mature and I've learned more about my BPD and just who I am as a person, I have become a better person and I have become a better girlfriend.
Okay, well, not currently though, right? Or is this a spoiler? Is Slummy still around?
I've become a better friend. I've become a better pet parent. I've become a better daughter. I've become a better sister, but I'm still flawed. I'm super complex and nuanced, just like we all are. And this just has to be the last time that I speak about this.
Right, everybody's quirky. Not everybody forces their partner to play choosy for 3 hours, but everybody's quirky. Yes. Boo.
Protect my peace, and I hope that Beck does
Oh yeah, she did lose a pet, Brandon.
That also protects theirs. I'll see you.
Yeah, did you get your pets chipped by any chance?
I'm super complex and nuanced, just like we all are. And this just has to be the last time that I speak about this to protect my peace. And I hope that Beck does things that also protects theirs. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.
Okay, bye, Ambi. That was super fun. Thank you so much for that. Again, weird that you didn't upload it the day you filmed it, but whatever. All right, chat. My butt is falling asleep. So thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you all. I hope you have a fabulous Monday. For those of you on the rewatch, thank you for your comments, opinions, and eyeballs. For those of you leaving the chat, if you'd like to hit the like button, that'd be fabulous. Please make sure you brush your hair and your teeth, wash your face, get your steps in, hug a loved one. Don't be a dumpster fire on the internet. Don't manipulate people. Don't be Ambi. Just take care of yourselves and have fun. Have a laugh. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate it. You have a fabulous day, and I will see you all in the next video and or later.